Good morning all. Greetings from Dr. Uma Maheshwari. I am Associate Professor in Prosthodontics. I am working for Sri Ramchandra Faculty of Dental Sciences, Srihar. Today our topic of discussion is on minor connectors. So before we could go into the topic per se, we should know why we are learning this topic, and at the end of the session, the objectives that we are going to learn: the definition of a minor connector, the functions of a minor connector, types of minor connector, the requirements, and its form and specifications. So, minor connector, we all know, is a component of removable partial denture, and to go into the details of the minor connector, let's have a short recap of the components of removable partial denture. So we all know that the main component and a rigid component in a removable partial denture is major connector, followed by the other components which join the important retentive component to the major connector. So that is called the minor connector. That is for the topic today. And the denture base which is going to hold the teeth in place, the direct retainer or the clasp assembly that we usually call, and the indirect retainer that is going to assist the direct retainer in retaining the removable partial denture in place. So as I said earlier, the minor connector is the important component that is going to unite all other components of removable partial denture to the major connector. As you could see in the picture, you have 3 arrow marks pointing out at 3 different places. So showing the minor connectors or the types of minor connectors here, that is actually joining the important parts here, especially the direct retainer. You could see here, you could see here. So these are the interconnecting links. So basically the first thing you remember about a minor connector when a definition is asked is it is the connecting link between the other parts and the main part, that is the major connector, in a removable partial denture framework. The next important content that we have to know about the minor connector is the function. As I mentioned, the primary function of a minor connector is to connect the other components to the major connector. Now apart from that, we do have auxiliary functions. So the minor connector actually assists the processes to transfer the functional stresses to the abutment teeth and the oral tissues. Apart from that, there are stresses that are distributed within the abutment, that is within the components that we give. That is example for the retainers, may it be the direct retainer or the indirect retainer, the rest and the other stabilized components. So apart from this, the minor connector also helps in retaining the denture and also contributes to the stability of a removable partial denture. There are occasions where this component also helps in bracing. So that will be dealt in the subsequent slide. To summarize about the functions, you should be able to tell the primary function or the definition that was mentioned. It connects everything there. Then the processes to abutment function and how it helps in distributing the forces among the retainers, stresses and stabilizing compounds. It adds or assists in the retention, and sometimes it also helps in bracing or reciprocation.